Today's horoscope from Astrocademy, Leo April 19, 2022. It's probably best to look for ways to make improvements if faced with blocks today. While you're undoubtedly seeking some inspiration, today's Mercury-Saturn transit makes it wise to pay a little more attention to the rules and directions. Once edits and duties are behind you, it can be a great time to get in touch with any needs and desires you've kept at bay or suppressed. You more readily identify what qualities and habits are helping you improve. You can be dreaming up long-term, master plans for a business or home now. There can also be a positive focus on getting rid of things you no longer need. You have the 5th house in Scorpio, which is not very adventurous, but you also have the energy of Uranus in that house, and it makes it easier for you to make friends and conquer, so that energy opens up the possibilities for you to have courtship at the door. You'll feel like a high school teen, going through puberty, hanging out with other girls to chat spiritedly about who likes whom, and who's dating whom. Follow your urge to phone your close friends who will be happy to share your childish nature. Wear red or pink today to match the glow of your loving heart. A love of youth could well resurface in your life. However, don't let it disrupt your daily life. If Venus seems to influence your reunion, she associates with Saturn. The latter may well translate into secret greed on the part of that person. If she does not reveal her true motivations, try to discover them before committing yourself financially and emotionally. Natives in love reach maturity. As a result of long months of tenacity and perseverance, you have finally acquired the trust of your partner. Astral influences recommend that you believe in an easy and happy future love. Indeed, the atmosphere is positive, love is there, and nothing will disappoint you. The opportunities to meet are linked, and you will not know where to turn. As a couple, if your story is recent, you should feel on cloud 9. As a duo, you go up a gear and you like it. It's up to you to grab the poles that your partner is giving you at the right time. Single, love feelings are there. Your day is going well. You are willing to put in the effort for the people you love. You take responsibility for your past mistakes. You see more clearly, your mind is serene. Your heart skips a beat whenever they come around, but something feels funny, and you can't necessarily put your finger on what it is. For instance, Mercury, celestial ruler of your committed 7th house of agreements, compromise, and significant others, will continue sizzling through Aries and your 5th house of romance, passion, and pleasure, adding a dynamic spark to your flirty exchanges and love language. However, with the moon sitting together with Jupiter and Neptune in Pisces via your 4th house of home, family matters, and innermost feelings, things feel sort of out of control, namely your emotional world. You will catch more flies with honey than you will with vinegar today. Sounds kind of weird, but the old saying is fitting given that Venus in Pisces squares the North Node in Scorpio. The square could propose some sort of communicative tension at work or regarding work that may stall your ability to persevere towards your professional destiny. Instead of leaning into the tension of the square and saying something out of pocket, try to mediate instead. Venus can sweeten your tone while offering a unique perspective, which can assist with talking about work. When Pluto moved into his final month in direct motion in your income sector yesterday, this wasn't just a symbolic road marker. This already slow planet now has the brakes on, and over the coming weeks will slow to an eventual standstill. Still working to maintain a lucrative sense of direction, missing is the urgency or a constant need to reinvent the wheel. Do you feel like embracing the whole world? Then go ahead and do it. Start off with your friends and family. All those old arguments and problems are forgotten and forgiven, leaving you to concentrate on the important things in life. Share your excess of love and warmth with people who really mean a lot to you. You're in the mood to flirt with the new person in your life today, but they don't seem game. There's a strong chance it has nothing to do with you. Cool your heels. Try again in a couple days. Full of anticipation, choices confronting you are confusing and you're not sure who you want to hug and hold close to your heart. If you feel that having to be polite and diplomatic causes you problems, There's nothing wrong with letting people know you wish to remain single and don't want a serious relationship. The cosmic climate gives you the emotional security to pick and choose what you want. Whom you communicate with, what you have for dinner, when you go to bed, these desires are made clearer at this time. On the other hand, be on the lookout that certain areas of your life don't fluctuate with your changing moods. You should try to exercise at least 3 times a week. If you fail to do so because you just weren't in the mood, I guarantee your mood will worsen. Today may bring about strong feelings for you. This may not be a new sensation, as you may well have a tendency to feel things deeply. What may be a bit tough for you at times, though, is finding a way to express your emotions. This day can help. While you are generally creative, finding the right activity to get you going isn't always that easy. Why not take a trip to the library and look for some craft books? Check out all of the sites on the web, too. This might spark some new things to do to express yourself. Our eyes in the sky. Mercury in Taurus and the Scorpio moon lend positive and airy vibes to the day, allowing us to chat and analyze our emotions. The moon is in the via combusta degrees of Scorpio, so we could get up on the wrong side of the bed this morning. Try not to let your ego get the better of your emotions, and have patience with both yourself and those around you. While we're cosmically set to get an emotional reprieve later in the morning, today might not be an easy day. As the afternoon progresses, the moon begins to form harsh aspects with Venus and Mars. Emotions that we've repressed might begin to affect us, though we won't necessarily have the tools to release them just yet. A cerebral energy could put us in an obsessive headspace, so try not to fall down any social media rabbit holes or stalk your ex online. Thus, energy also gives us the motivation to make money and build security. Unfortunately, the planet of action could meet with some resistance from Saturn. Try not to make any spontaneous or premature financial moves. Take stock of your finances in the coming days and form a plan to resolve any lingering debt you may have. In the early morning, the Scorpio moon trines Mercury in Taurus, supporting sound judgment. Although it is typically difficult to make decisions during the Scorpio moon, justice, liberation, and truth act as conceptual guides. Gray areas take on clear definition. There is an obvious choice if we want to stay in line with our ethics and end up on the right side of history. Although we can make important elections now, this is also a great influence for handling less serious business. Getting together with friends, working on group projects, or doing volunteer work within our communities are all favored. Our perspective can be communicated without ruffling feathers or alienating those who we need to have on our side. Sharing opinions openly and authentically breeds trust and diffuses enmity. Mid-afternoon, the moon opposes Chiron in Aries, triggering events that cause us to feel insecure. We may still be able to communicate our ideas effectively, however, underneath a facade of objectivity, our behavior is being governed by painful recollections of our past. Certain interactions remind us that life isn't always fair. Perhaps we have been slighted in a way that feels unjust. Feeling unworthy or incapable can find us seeking out support, placing pressure on friends or partners to uplift us. In this way, we risk turning our back on own desires to align with others' interests, conceivably to escape persecution. Hiding from our uniqueness only serves to distance ourselves from our intuition. Be mindful that others like us for who we are, not how well we can chameleon ourselves to their agendas.